The next patch for Genshin Impact is very likely to be the SUMERU 3.0 update, and the most significant thing that it will bring besides the new region is the addition of the Dendro Element. Therefore, here are some important things I think players should be preparing for. Some of my tips are drawn from past experiences when the Inazuma 2.0 patch released, but of course there is no guarantee the SUMERU update will be exactly the same. Mora and XP Books. If you're paying attention to the official Genshin Impact Twitter, then you will know that the next patch will include Dendro characters, and if you're looking for a Dendro character to play other than we got Kazuha at home, you will most likely end up building a new character when SUMERU arrives. It takes around 400 heroes' wits and 1.6 million Mora to get a character to level 90. And this does not include the Mora amount to level up the character's talents, so the real amount of Mora you need is much higher. For example, to get all of a character's talents to level 6, it requires around an additional 367k Mora. If you're aiming for a level 6 talent and 2 level 9 talents, then you will need around 2 million Mora. The best way to get Mora and EXP books is farming ley lines, doing your battle pass, beating Spiral Abyss, opening chests, and the weekly teapot store refresh. Saving fragile and transient resins. While we are on the topic of building characters, since we have a new element and region added, the character will also need Dendro Ascension gems and most likely new world boss materials. Currently, there is no way to get Dendro Ascension gems, and we will most likely have to fight a new world boss in that region, such as the Electro Regisvine that was shown in the trailer to get Dendro gems and Ascension materials. So saving your fragile resins will help get your characters leveled up faster. However, if you have some excess gems of other elements, you can stock up on some Dust of Azoth so you can convert them to Dendro gems when the SUMERU patch arrives. The resin you saved can also be used to farm SUMERU talent books and new weapon ascension materials, as the new characters will most likely use those materials of that specific region. However, if you spent some money on this game, you might have some bundles where you can choose to obtain talent books, ascension gems, and weapon materials. If you have some of these, you can wait until the SUMERU patch arrives, and these bundles will get updated to include SUMERU materials, allowing you to obtain them right away. Artifacts. If the 3.0 patch is anything like the 2.0 patch, then it will include a new artifact domain. Something that is really important for Dendro characters is the Dendro damage bonus main stat Goblet. Currently, it is not possible to obtain this main stat, and we will most likely need it to build our character. Although getting this to drop is purely RNG with extremely bad rates, one thing you can do to increase your chances, Copium, is saving your trash 5-star artifacts for the Strongbox. Speaking of Strongbox, the Strongbox was introduced in the 2.0 patch, so perhaps there is a chance for more sets to be added in the 3.0 patch. Anyways, it does not matter if your Dendro Goblet is offset, since they are extremely hard to get and it is the hardest artifact slot. If there is no new artifact domain and you do not get a Dendro Goblet, you will most likely just build your character with a generalist set, such as 4 Emblem, 2 Gladiator and 2 Shimenawa with an attack % goblet, and the character should still be able to do their job. However, Dendro reactions can end up being very strong, and so you also have an option to save EM main stat artifacts, but I don't think it is that big of a priority, because even if that was true, the character will probably need a new specific 4-piece set, and the only thing you probably will have as an off-piece is the goblet. So even if you have an elemental mastery sans, it may not be very useful in the end. Saving your Billets and Dream Solvents. SUMERU is very likely going to have a new set of craftable weapons and a new weekly boss. Even if it will not be implemented in 3.0 immediately, because it takes 4 Dream Solvents to get a talent to level 9, 2 more to crown if you don't have any of the material. However, it is still a good idea to save as many as you can in case there will be a new weapon that can be very good for the upcoming SUMERU characters, and in case of a new weekly boss. In summary, make sure you have enough Mora and XP books, stockpile your fragile and transient resins, save your 5-star artifacts for the strong box, and keep your billets and dream solvents. Let me know what you plan to do to prepare for SUMERU in the comments.